Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ETF2L Season 39 Premiership Week 1. Yep, we might be in Week 2, but this is a Week 1 matchup between Ora Elektro and Garda Panteri. And I am joined by ArchRhythm on production and DuMmTm as my co-caster. How are you doing, DuMmTm?
Pretty good, pretty good. Coming off the presses hot from an open game here, so surely the whiplash will be very enjoyable here to have a Premiership game in front of me now. And I'm excited. These teams should hopefully be matched up pretty closely, at least judging by some of the cup performances recently we've seen before the season started. That might be very well the case.
Yeah, this should be a very exciting match because you kind of have the name recognition in Ora Elektro with, Eames being the team general that has taken a lot of sort of seemingly no-name players to glory before. And then you have Garda Panteri, who I feel like have kind of overperformed for quite a long time now. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if Garda Panteri turned out to be one of the best teams in the season. So I'm kind of leaning towards Garda Panteri, but I almost want to say no result would surprise me today. But I don't know. How do you feel about it?
It should be interesting. Garda Panteri certainly can be really good. Sometimes they have the weak strides. It's very awkward. I remember back to last season when they had two different maps against the bus crew. It was like just nothing being able to be done on the map like Gully Wash, but full control of things on product. And certainly with matches like the once again Global Clan at the time, making themselves known as someone who can in fact just win these games as well. So they have the potential to get slight roster changes as well. They did put Kilsis now on main from, I mean, he was technically main by the end of the season already last season. Will continue to do so this season around with KJ joining all the way from America on Scout as well, who was a sub before, just like that too.
Yeah, maybe we should pull it up, the roster, so people can see it.
Yeah, it should be interesting once we come here.
Yeah, like very much so. So yeah, you got like a KJ quad from across the pond. And then you got, is it Class? Is that how we pronounce it?
Kilsis.
Kilsis?
Yes.
Kilsis, God. Okay. Yeah, and then the Bot and Mankey, that sort of combo I feel like is super dangerous and something to watch out for. And then of course we have Milky, just a damage beast, doing really well. And then we got Otto.
Medic also here.
Yeah, I think I accidentally called him the worst player in Prem in the pre-show.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far by any
means.
Yeah,
no, I regret it already. But
to be fair, the last season in Prem wasn't too remarkable. It wasn't terrible by any means, but it was like just a fight to not get last that season. So certainly time to change that reputation, I guess, now on Otto's end here and get the ball rolling in actual more than one map win. I don't know how many they had last season or last time they played 2 seasons ago. Anyway.
Yeah. I should mention that all of these stats are kind of taken from different places, so don't read into the stats at all here. This is just to get the sort of a face on them and just give you something visual to look at. But let's look at Ora Elektro, because Ora Elektro is a pretty new team.
Yeah.
And you've got Eames, which is kind of the normal demo man, just steering the rotor. And then you've got Trump, who played for Garda Panteri last season, I'm pretty sure. So kind of a bit of a traitor situation going on here. And then we have Ron's on Pocket Soldier, I believe it is. And then you have, it says Azunas on it, but it's actually Chris, but Chris wasn't in the database. So I just put Azunas in.
Yeah, it's been a while for Chris, right? Man's not played for a minute there, but back now. Same with Scruff on Scout. Legacy reacquisition, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Been a while for them as well, but has also been on Aura before, so not at all an unfamiliar face here. Certainly just has to slot in again and you get a bit of rust out of the system again, but man's really good. That should be by no means a hindrance here at all compared to, what was it, Amarok last season, I believe, on Scout. Slightly different roster, of course, here. I think they even had demos playing the preseason cup, so with Scruff and demos, that was really just like the legacy squad for like a day or two.
Yeah, it's quite the big roster shuffle. And I don't know, it's just going to be all about, like, they're going to have the great calls of Eames, and they're going to have what I assume is pretty good team cohesion going on for them, but they're going to be sort of low on, like, I want to say, like, quote-unquote talent and DM, raw DM, so to speak, right? Like, they don't have big-name carry players in here outside of Eames, I'd say. So it's just going to be all about how well they can work together, and maybe like we're going to see some spicy off-guys from Nevo and Scruff. Like both of those guys can definitely snipe, especially Nevo is
yeah, let's see how it goes here. On the first mid fight, Garda rolling out quick already, but not much gets done just yet here as we go into the first mid fight on CP process. Garda on blue, of course, Ora Elektro in the red, just sitting back right now, letting the bombs come in first, but Trump can't surface away.
Oh yeah, it just immediately gets taken down. It's just Nevo and Scruff, the scout combo. They're the only players left. They actually just split up. Usually you want to stay together, but they just ran out two different directions. They didn't want even to try it. Just when the mid goes that quickly, there's just nothing you can do about it. So I think they're just going to go maybe build a sentry or something on that. Yep, Scruff is on engineer already. So very quick mid. I didn't really see it. I was like alt-tab looking at stats. Even though I specifically told you couldn't look at the stats, but then I just went and did it anyway.
Well, someone has to care about the numbers.
Yeah.
Anyway, on we go here. Mid-fight was, like you said, a very quick one, which means we're getting quick into last as well, so you're gonna get your action pretty much immediately here if you missed the mid-fight and just joined into the match. Late here, Trump just doesn't have yet. That's gonna be a huge problem. Garda coming in with you, but the gun is there, like you said, heavy as well. They're gonna make this difficult, but one way or another, this invincibility will have to put in some work here, and with the gun down already, it's not a bad shot at all.
The sentry gun has gone down. The medic was hiding in the bunker, and so you can see Trump, he's just hiding from that one side, but the heavy is super weak up there. There's time on the point. The scout's running on it. There's not enough firepower on it. Just a really great job there to Garda Panteri. That couldn't have gone any better for them at all. Just basically Bud and Mankey putting their bodies between them and the point. Scout stepped on it, and obviously Chum wasn't able to get his Uber in time. He was quite a bit away from it, especially with the fact that everyone runs the bird head or the doctor's head these days. So there's no Ubersaw even to save them there. But 1-0 for Garda.
Yeah, very quick one here right away. Let's see how they square off on mid-fight number 2. Soldiers try to sneak each other the med pack away on the midpoint here. So the real actions you have to come now on Swamp Test. Milky spam down quite weak already. He keeps a bit of it bay. Don't got to tell you, but the bombs come through anyway. They see Eames weak to see the medic in front of them, but overshoot the bomb. Mankey doesn't quite land on anyone there. Runs in the meantime, though, deals huge damage while getting juggled. Chris in deep as well. That's behind him. Was there any way to go for the medic? Nowhere, in fact, at all. Auto will go down here. They return the favor with a huge mid-fight of their own.
Yeah, that was a nice little air pipe there from Milky, but now it's the exact opposite situation of what we saw before. Maybe this is going to be one of those games where just the mids decide everything, but currently the spawns are being camped, basically, from Ora Elektro as they're getting ready to come in here onto last, and now it's going to be quad. Desperately trying to put out a sentry. I don't think that's going to be more than level 2 once this Uber decides to come in here. So, very good opportunity now for Ora Elektro to utilize this.
Leading us in straight onto the gun here. Eames at the focus fire point time getting started as well already. This forces people to contest with the bombs. You keep people off the point for a little while longer here. Heavy out of spawn is a real problem now though. Just makes it hard to contest. Mankey with the bomb onto the combo, but won't do much. Both soldiers dealt with already. Still have to chew past the scout heavy and the devil man. They're just walking to the point, trying to anyway. Well, focusing the damage. Get the scout, get the heavy. Bombs looking good for Bronze here. With Eames spamming them down as well. Point wide open for the taking, and Ora equalizes this right away.
Yeah, pretty poor pressure on the team there from Ora Elektro, but on the other hand, they did a really good job of actually staying alive. So they were able to just take down 2 players, then they just kind of got warded off by the heavy, but then they were able to come back in at the very end of that, going 6 against 4, and they get a quick round. It's 1-1. 2 very quick round. Devilman gets jumped immediately. Chris might have to pay for it with his life here. No, he's actually going to survive, and Mankey's going to go down as well.
Yeah, just gathered down by the scout from across the map here. That's 1 down already. 5 more to go. Make that 4, but no chance to bomb any deeper as well. They're trying to back off, but Chris is still behind him. Tries to catch him on the exit. The call gets made, but kills this is ahead of the curve here. Finds them before the bomb can land. Delays the exit though. Gets himself into a lot of trouble here. Really weak, but serves the damage out really, really beautifully. With auto on the beam the entire time means the Matt also fast to get out of here the entire way back to spawn and will stay alive. Really, really well played there by Auto and kills us.
Yeah, just the scout cab, just doing the work. Soldiers in the skybox. I don't think he meant to jump like that, but Bud somehow did survive. Mankey's going to come and do a ton of damage to actually contest the second point. Look at this, DuMmTm. We're going to get second point action. We're not just going to go from mid to last all game. This is some really nice action going on here, but Nevo actually going to take down Mankey. I think Mankey smelled blood, and it turns out he was the one bleeding. So all of a sudden, it's because so many players now. Nevo eat some rockets, man. Holy hell.
Absolutely bodied there. These teams just don't want to give each other anything at all here on second. Both teams trying to contest this heavily, but it looks like Garda will have the upper hand of it in the end. Takes people down still so late to the point, but they actually have picks into second still. While they're capping mid here and delay forwards on that too. That was still not here yet with the late Daptor fight on the flank here. Chris comes out on top, but the losing players on the combo. That might just be a bigger problem here in the meantime, as the Uber gets forced so far away from doing anything at all.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. Right as Trump popped, like his heal target died. So basically he popped on nothing. And oh my god, Eames gonna jump in and get air piped again. So Milky's just hitting all the pipes. And now Scout's on him. Guess what? He's been piped. Now he's looking at a demo man in Eames who's fully buffed. And looks like finally he's gonna get taken down. So Milky buying a lot of time, doing a lot of damage, and now look, I think this team's gonna come in here and just block the point with the Uber. I'm guessing that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they save themselves this Uber here. They need to make it count, but Auto continues to not want to use whatsoever. Start taking damage. Eventually, you have to use with 2 down already. However, this Uber will struggle doing much right now. The bombs come in, but can't go deep enough before the Uber ends. Bud goes down right away. They're down 3 already with KJ getting caught as well. Eames just wants the Met there. At this point, he leaves the rest.
Oh, medics
the
get
medic,
juggled
and
and
beautiful.
joked. Yeah, that was great by Eames coming in here, man. That was just that whole Uber situation couldn't have gone any worse for Auto. Like, he was just never in a good position to use it, and then by the time they did decide to go in there, they had already lost the point, meaning that the spawns were just much better. Or like, so Eames, he's already in on latch. They don't even have Uber yet. They're just pushing on the dot, and now they're gonna put all the pressure on the point. There's a Soda behind, taking down the heavy. They've Ubered on the point now, and this is just gonna be curtains, man. 2-1, coming back after a quick round deficit. Ora Elektro, they're back in this baby, and yeah, this is just full gas, no breaks. 7 minutes has gone, and 3 rounds already.
Yeah, people like to talk about the slow meta game and stalemate meta and stuff like that. No, these 6 people here, actually all 12, I should say, don't have any of that. They don't care what you think the game should look like. They just want to go in, and they're making it work beautifully right now here. Continuing so on the mid fight, Mankey fast once again. Doesn't want to go deep on the demo though, just sits back for now, waits for a better opportunity to bomb. Bronze already found that one, tries to scam away a little bit, lands at the entrance as well. Gets people weak here, but no help at all after Pivot. Eames finds the roller too.
Of all things, that was how we got to kill. Every Soda was just so weak this entire mid fight. Bud's actually the only person dying, whereas I'm pretty sure all 4 Sodas were down to like 10 HP at some point. And yeah, both demos get some kills here, including Auto, which is huge. So now Ora Elektro is just going to play around their medic in choke. Because he kills his... How is it pronounced? Kilsus?
Kilsus, yeah.
Kilsus, okay. Is kind of hiding around, but he decides not to go for it. He's just going to walk out, and now again, going to have a big Uber situation. So this game is just not slowing down DuMmTm. I think they're just going to go for it again.
I mean, it might very well be another quick one here with how it's been going so far. Hard to imagine otherwise, but this hold has to do something here, and surely this energy needs to pose more trouble than it has before here. They can't just let them take this as easily as before. Also, not close to having just yet though, so they need to stop for a long time to have the panic Uber ready, and the cap time comes in early. So do the Soldiers, but they have to very much get themselves into some trouble here. Trade out 1 kill. Ranky for Chris, not the worst exchange here, but with kills is focused on pretty quickly. The 2-for-2 still favors Ora right now.
Yeah, they tried to put pressure on the point, and now that they get down to Demo Man, it's definitely going to be possible. Yep, there we go. Point comes out at the end of it. Kind of the same thing as we saw before, just a little less clean. We saw people die, actually, in Ora Elektro, whereas before we pushed with 6 versus 4. This time around, it was more like 5 versus 4. But they eventually got it done as well. It's kind of interesting to see how they're making this work without doing a very good job of putting pressure on the point. They're much more pressuring the team and just making sure that they stay alive. But they're going to come ahead now 3-1.
Yeah, Ora Elektro slowly but surely running away with this. Garda needs an answer here. The mid-fight needs to be better. Ora can't just keep running away with them completely. And so far, not a bad start here. Get Eames down, but everyone's fairly weak already set in the corner here. But they find the counter-frags. Kills it with 1 more. Ora struggling to get themselves out of here. They will escape for now here. Out and Chris still stuck forward. Do find the kill tick quick enough on Garda. Works out for now. But it's been actually, I don't know, did we have a mid-fight where the match survived? I don't think so. And this might change the dynamic here completely now.
Yeah, these last 2 mid-fights have been very scrappy, where it's like people just kind of ended up going in 1 by 1 and doing a bunch of work. Soldier's in on the medic here. Trump doing his best to not pop his Uber, and he will succeed in doing that. So now they're actually going to be a man up. They might try to send Chris in from the side here. There should be a single scout watching it, but you can definitely jump through. And that's what Chris is going to do. He's onto the medic, gets a nice rocket. Auto holds on to it. Really great job by him.
Oh no!
Oh.
He doesn't see the bomb coming. The call doesn't get made in time. That there's a soldier in the skybox waiting. Rons hunts it down mercilessly. will get the kill onto auto, and they just could not see it coming.
Yeah, and it's just, when you have 10 HP, like literally anything will kill you. And he just didn't see him in time, and it wasn't called, as you said. So, very unfortunate. Kills is hiding in the corner. I don't think he's been spotted.
Someone hit something there, but I don't think they were looking.
Yeah, he just shot at them, though. So, he's abandoned his corner spot. I think he found another one. Or maybe with the help of a soldier. So, it's just going to be Trum trying the best to get in here, but Kills is going to actually get some kills, and they're actually backcapping it all. This is very annoying. This is just buying time. See, Mankey's just not even interested in taking these fights. They're just two players behind lines, and now we have this awkward situation where Ora Elektro, they're hanging out in their own choke and they're not pushing mid, which is what they want to do. But this is just great stalling from Kills and Mankey.
Alright, things will slow down here a little bit. Almost a shame we didn't get any standards before, because it's always interesting to see how these teams handle this, but for now, I don't think Garda's handling it well enough. Ronstru goes down there, no chance to live, but the two people in just won't do enough damage otherwise to get away with much here. So now Ora has the upper hand. He gotta crumble under the pressure pretty quick. Trap still around, hoping this will catch people off guard, but well, it does.
Yeah, sometimes that works, and Garda, they have actually weathered the storm. That big flank, just whole diversion worked out perfectly. There's some stickies and choke. Okay, they have been spotted. They're clearing them now. And you can see they're running in very aggressively here with Kills and Bud. And I think Mankey might be the one to come in. He's on to the point. Second soldier comes in. So we just see the big soldier exchange, and they're not dying either. It's kind of crazy just how deep everyone's in. And they just keep jumping in. And Trump will be the first one to pop an auto, just holding on to this beautiful play from Garda Panteri.
Alright, yeah. Very keen to get this one here, but very calm to actually do it in the end. We'll get through all this, like you said, somehow basically no consequences at all for anyone involved, other than obviously all going back to last, which is by far the worst end to be at right now, especially with no Uber in hand right now, and also just sitting this one out safely. The entire fight means the push is ready. Gun and Sniper will make this difficult, but certainly have a chance to just do it right away as they bump in left, try to get people not getting this just yet. This needs to go to point with Chris down a little bit easier now.
Yeah, they were very slow to get in here. They do actually manage to take down the gun and Chris the soldier here, so this could work out in the end. They've been pretty slow, but they're trading pretty efficiently. Now they have a scout on point. They actually have two scouts on the point, and it's just going to be a bit too much. Eames can't put enough stickies on the point in time to prevent that, and we are just still going DuMmTm. It's 17 minutes remaining, 13 have elapsed, and we are up to 5 rounds. We're about to have mid-fight number 6 here on Process, and Process is kind of not usually the fastest map in the world, but these teams, they don't care.
Yeah, very much a great game so far here, and we're not even halfway through just yet. Garda closing it down a little bit more, so once again the bombs are looking to land on a high ground here for Garda, try to take some position, see what's up. Don't see much interesting just yet. It will come down to the commits later, and the commits are already coming in for the set of Ora. Chris and Bronze looking for damage here, not finding a ton of it. Matt out. Where's the kills? Anywhere? Maybe? No, not at all. The scouts are just cleaning up house. KJ not leaving any survivors there, but then unfortunately the medic. Really nice defensive bit by Garda though. They know these bombs are coming and they deal with them nicely now.
Yeah, Otto was just hiding out in his own sewer basically, making sure the soldiers had to go through the shutter door. That shutter door is very annoying when you're coming in at really high speed. You can't really go through it fast enough. Like it actually has an opening speed. It exists. And I was gonna say there's a soldier on the medic. No, there's not. There's Milky again with the air fight. Second soldier comes in. He doesn't get air fight. He just gets completely floated in the air there by KJ Quad. And Garda Panteri, they're just holding on to the second point. They haven't capped out mid yet, but nice pipe there from Milky. Gonna take down Eames. And now the second point is completely theirs, but mid is not. It's just actually two players just blocking mid from Mankey, so Mankey can't cap.
Yeah, a really nice fight, make it a very quick one. And actually catch Mankey as well, couldn't get heals in time while the soldier took the pack and sewer from him. Mankey with some nice pipes, okay, scrap. The bomb's still there though. They know what they wanted, they're gonna get it. In all this chaos the two flankers caused. One actually gets out alive first of all, and then Rons gets in as the third man to get the force out eventually. And somehow they turn all of this around in a really messy situation maybe, but very well controlled here. They're not done yet, they have to get some kills now with this Uber, and Eames too deep for his own liking maybe.
Yeah, got a little bit too aggressive, didn't get saved by him medic in time, couldn't make his way there. And they do still have the Uber advantage, but I think Trump is now in this situation where he doesn't want to use it. He want to wait for respawners so they can have a proper fight, because you don't want to use an Uber where you can't kill anyone. And Bud's actually gonna get taken down. Soldier jumps in, gets the force out of Trump, and now they've been forced to pop here in this choke where they're really far away from the enemy medic and auto. So great play here from Garda. That's gonna definitely equalize the situation quite a bit. And oh my god, actually more than that, just because they were so aggressive. They wanted to do something, and I'm pretty sure that Trum just got arrowed and then died. He got an arrow kill himself, but I'm pretty sure auto arrowed Trum as well.
Mankey completely threw away a medkill there, and if they didn't get Trum at the end of this one, it would have been his fault for trying to go for a meme spoon while beefing a jump.
Oh no. Yeah. The hidden downside of the Market Gardener is that it can bait people into just not shooting a rocket that's going to kill people. But anyway, we have this point pressure, but the Demo Man comes in just in time. Demo Man just devastating the point. That can just happen sometimes, and there we go. Really great job by Eames coming in there and actually saving that. So it's a bit of a beefed round there, a wasted opportunity. There's still a lot of time remaining, obviously, but you gotta feel bad if you're Garda Panteri. Kills is gonna be on Sniper. Is he in spawn or is he actually outside?
No, looking choke actually all the way, staring them down on the entrance here, hoping for the Met to not be aware of it. They see it coming though, Met doesn't peek before anyone else does. He takes the body shot, headshot onto Chris as well, but no one's dying just yet. It keeps him in check a little bit, but it's not stopping him just yet.
Oh yeah, it's kind of painful how nobody's shooting at Chris. They're shooting at other people. There's a soldier jumping behind now. So all of this really nice sniper damage from kills is just not amounting to much. Finally, he's actually going to get a kill himself. But I feel like this could have been done much better if the focus fire had been a little bit more on point. Mankey is still behind, by the way. He's just jumping around from medkit to medkit, and oh, Needle's just going to completely deny
You also
him.
know how he got behind? He got behind by beefing a meme spoon.
Oh, of course. Makes so much sense. Kills is gonna survive, gets saved by his team there. Kind of baits Chris into trying to get him. That's gonna be that. They're now looking to walk through this choke. You can see there's a lot of bees swarming around there. Like you're about to enter the hornet's nest, and oh no, KJ Quad has just been pumped into the corner. Actually, it ends up taking down Scruff. That kind of saves a bad situation there. But now we have Uber's gone, and Mankey's in again.
Who was really calling out there for the moment? It looks like Ora is. I'm not taking much the better things just yet. Mankey doesn't get out. This might turn things their favor now. Garda at least lives for the most part. He gets the combo out alive, but with this many people down, they'll have to play the safe now on mid. This is not where they want to be right now. This is exactly where Ora wants to have them though, on the back foot right now, all the way back to choke already, forcing in some more damage here. Bomb deep by the soldier. Doesn't get a ton with this, but will live for now as well. Here's the spawns coming in though. This will change this completely now. Butt tries to get in fast from the flank, but gets spotted by all the scouts. Beefs the jump after taking the pack. All the health in the world and no time to get out anyway.
Yep, we're about to enter minute 3 of like a permanent fight. I feel like just nobody wants to give up any space. I think it's Mankey just jumping in super aggressively. Actually gonna end up dying there to Rons. We'll end up trading in, and midpoint will not change hands. And now it's gonna be a 1-man advantage coming in here for Garda Panteri, and looks like they want to push on it. Like this is just a fight that's still going. Oh yeah, gets in there, gets the force, and even gets out. Wow, really great job by Kilsis.
Alright, so far so good here. Need to just clean up the rest of the fight here. It doesn't need to be all the kills. It's nice, of course, but at the very least, force them back here with one more Nevo kill. That's going to be cutting it for now here, but they're not done yet. They have the Uber, they can go into last. As barely holds it up, and only 5 left right now. Got to be quick and don't even have to pop one entrance here at all.
No, they had all the time to just get in there and get all the space that they wanted. So now it's just a matter of putting the time onto the point and getting the kills on anyone that gets close, and they do just that. And we're back to 3 apiece. Well, they didn't have 3 all the time, but they're back to being even. And this has just been so back and forth, and like who knows what we're in for. We still have 10 minutes remaining of this madness here, DuMmTm. This is going to be crazy.
I have seen some golden caps this season, not just the one Prem game I did, but also in general, so I'm ready for anything right now, and these guys want to go the whole distance, it feels like.
Yeah, they didn't come to just be bored. Like, Ora Elektro is kind of known for being a pretty slow team, but not today. They are just getting rolled and then rolling people right back. But anyway, we have the big sorter bombs in here. I think Milky just hit the big air pipe onto a sorter to really give his team the edge. You can see everyone's just kind of gathered in the same spot, kind of blobbing up, which can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing if you eat all the same damage. But it looks like it has worked out right now. And you can see Otto, he's just playing close to that shutter door. Very interesting how he's just trying to bait sorters into him.
Well, if you played Face It as much as Otto did, but you need to expect the unexpected. and be safe about it at all times here, and they're not messing around. They're playing safe on the mid-fights, and it worked out pretty well for them so far. Late kill to Eames as well is actually huge. Demo dead for so long. Might not even have to deal with traps on point at this rate.
Yeah, and Trum also went down super late from just like a really nice chase down by the Garda soldiers. So yeah, no heals even. You know, no sticky traps, no heals. That would be a dream come true, right? Like there's gonna be a level 3 sentry, I'm pretty sure, but that's about it. That's the only thing they have to deal with. Like they barely have to even deal with buffs. Okay, looks like they're a bit slow. Just gonna take it easy here, but here comes Duper.
Yep, straight from right side into the gun, want that thing down as soon as possible here. Heavy on top, that should be the next target. Have to deal with the soldier in behind, though, but the drone's going down pretty quick. Focus down the guy as well here now through Scruff. They get on the point. Focus the cap will pretty much just win them the game at this rate here.
Milky's just running around with his sword and he gets a kill. Okay. Like Milky got caught out by a soldier up top and he just turned around 108 degrees and just killed him. And then he just walks around with a sword and actually gets a kill. Oh, by the way, I love that we have people using the samurai sword because it just creates these really funny situations where people are just using the sword and then you can one-shot each other. It's great. I absolutely love it. You can also build it with Willen and stuff, but that's not as important as the honorable.
Definitely not as funny.
No, no.
Let's see if anything funny happens on this mid-fight here. For now, people obviously tame start, or even finds answers here. The last few mid-fights haven't been great for them here, but now Garda actually want to push forward first, and Ora just rotates behind them. Takes their side of mid and catches, kills this unaware. Really nice first kill to have, and now it's just kind of cleaning up from here. Ora still slow, wants to play it safe, but gets the bomb towards the combo here. It's only Eames dying in the meantime to the scout pushing up instead though. Trying to go aggro here, taking people down pretty weak, pretty quickly. Leaves 3 each, but Ora did themselves dirty here, put themselves on the opposite side of mid that they just have to get past the other team to get out of.
Yeah, like as long as they keep Chum with a heal target, they should be pretty good. Like you can at least Uber out. But as I say that, now everyone just gets taken down. You know, they might have been better off just delaying the push in there, but I guess they just didn't feel comfortable being caught between the middle and the spawns. Which is fair, but they probably would have been better off just waiting a little bit there so Trump could have had Uber and then you could run out. Like I feel like that's the standard response to that. But they decided to kind of push the issue there. They got punished for it really heavily, and now, once again, we've got this big Uber advantage. And it just seems like both teams have a really good ability to gain an Uber advantage into last and then get a really good push out of it.
Yeah, that's how you get a quick game.
Yeah.
If there's no meds alive, or at least one medic down on the mid-fight, things are gonna happen quick to last here. In this case, Garda once again, 2 in a row now maybe. Certainly a good start once again, same as before. Gundo's done quick pick, want the cap I'm here. Late to the heavy, but still might able to do it here with the bombs coming from behind, taking Trum down as well. The heavy has no heal, stuck on high ground, nowhere to go. Has to get to point, but the slow to get there. Killswitch just stands on the fence, cap this thing up. And there you go, Garda with 2 really quick ones here. Ora trying different things on the mid-fight, but still not finding an answer right now.
Yeah, like I definitely think they need to just not go for auto. That would be. I don't think they have been going for it, but like auto's just playing so close to that shutter door, just trying his damn just not to get picked off by them. So I feel like they're probably better off just going for other people. Maybe going for Milky. Milky has 4 dominations and he's just incapable of dying right now. So maybe try and see if you can get him down a notch by just putting some soldiers on his head. It looks like they're just content with taking the high ground for now.
Well, so far good damage for Ora's keeping people in check right now, but they actually need to focus down any one kill here. Now not doing the greatest job of that. Runs traded for Mankey here, but they're now being pushed back themselves. Really weak. Scruff wins the 1v1, takes down 2 this mid fight here, but they need more than that to win this one. They're all so far out of mid. Scruff's the only one in. Distract people a little bit, maybe helps get in, but Chris also dies. 2 in a row for the soldier here. Never eats the fat pipe as well. Another one by Eames as well. Makes it a trade at least, but they're still numbers down and just have to get out of here. And for that, Trump actually has to use to live at all, with no chance to get to auto, who they couldn't even force if they tried. It would be kill or nothing and no damage following onto auto here.
Yeah, that was so back and forth. Like there was constantly one team that was a player down, and it kept just shifting around. Now we have the soldiers, but I think that's Bud just jumping in circle. No, it's actually Mankey, my bad. Just jumping around. Oh, Eames gets another one onto Mankey. I'm pretty sure the first one was just him spamming and Bud jumping into. Then this time around was Mankey going for the meme spoon, and he gets viciously dunked on for trying to do so. Actually, have the Uber Force out here. This is going to cause them to back off of second here. And actually, they're going to lose Trum as well. Trum was not close enough to spawn. So the Uber does end up getting the work done, but these scouts are going to eventually go down. Second has been capped, but I'm pretty sure Mankey has overextended quite a bit right now. Yeah, he is going to go down. And Otto, he's going to just put his tail between his legs, get out of there, meet up with the Milky. And they're going to be setting up for the second point where, like, just going by how this game has been going so far, we're going to see a push.
Garda just got a little bit lost in the sauce there. Tried to get everyone in through one into last wave of the push that they had with the Uber, but just one by one trickled in, dying to the soldiers. They're very quickly taken down, and these spawns for second makes them have a chance with Mankey gone once again, but wanted to go in and commit deep in the end and will still not get out, despite not being nearly as far in as the other soldier here in the end. Now it's crunch time. Ora has 4 minutes left for at least 2 rounds for the golden cap here. This is a good time to get started with the comeback here. They need to be quick. Everyone's still stuck in sewer.
Yeah, and Ron's gonna go down. There's still a scout and a demo man kind of trying to take down the medic, but eventually Otto, he's gonna pick up a med kit, and I think that's gonna be that for trying to take him down. So now we have the re-push coming in here from Garda Panteri. They're gonna just jump everyone in, and people didn't get out of that shuttle door quickly enough, and Milky's just gonna punish them instantly with that sticky trap. Or, well, not a sticky trap, but just the stickies in the doorway. Uber barely managed to come in here from Trump. He just popped as soon as he got it. And now the last has been popped, but there's going to be a repush here. I guarantee it.
Already in as well. Trade onto the scout. The Trump goes down right away, though even if this somehow wouldn't work, they would have the advantage still. But as it stands, they just get the point right away with this repush here. Ora might have been able to pop last second, but they weren't able to kill anything with it. Everyone on Garda doing a great job getting out of here. And I just am wondering how there was like so little action in sewer earlier when there was like 3 people stuck for Garda, and Ora really hesitantly actually put any damage towards it.
Yeah, it was pretty weird to look at. And it looks like Mankey's going to jump behind immediately. He's going to be met with a soldier in there. Mankey, he's just going to jump around, just be a nuisance. Bud's going to go into the skybox as well. There's a single scout on the combo there with Nevo. Nevo was so far forward compared to the rest of his team, and a single soldier comes in there to join him up with him, and another nice pipe there from Milky. Yeah, I really feel like that was just Nevo going too far forward. He just donated his life away, and I don't think you can just do that in Grand.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, there's no need for pity for Garda. They have full control of this. Took a while to get there. It certainly was a close game, but by this point here, eventually they unlocked the mid-fights, and from then, as the game has been largely decided by the mid-fights here, they unlocked the entire game, and will win this from here. Pretty much 2 minutes left. Can still get one more round on the board maybe and make themselves feel better for the next map as well on Garda, and just keep momentum going here. All gas, no breaks at all for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Is the GG plugin still a thing, or did they get rid of it?
No. Shoutouts to War for ruining it for everybody.
Oh yeah, but it was because they conceded when they were ahead or something.
Yeah,
and they just
they
broke
were about to win like by scroll limit and just gave up.
Yeah. All right. Never, never underestimate people's ability to ruin everything. All right. We're gonna have some point pressure pretty aggressively here. Trump actually does manage to die. I was gonna say he had 75%, but you know that's one Uber song, but that's not enough. Oh no, these poor scouts is getting completely chewed up by the heavy. But now it's just gonna be a demo. Oh my God, Milky, just going crazy. It's just a single medic alive. Otto, he's gonna cap it out. So Milky just absolutely dominating the game. I haven't looked at the logs yet. I'm not gonna cheat and look at them early, but I'm gonna tell you, like Milky has been absolutely pounding. Like he's got so much damage and so many kills too.
I mean, by the end of it, everyone on Garda was really, right? They are just... They figured something out during the mid fights here. Props, I guess, to the calling going on here for $3 million out, so everyone can do exactly what they're doing right now, but it's just a matter of improving throughout the game here, right? You need to figure out how to play against the people you're playing against. That's just as much as figuring out what's wrong for you personally as well, if it's going bad, and Garda showed a great deal of just exactly that adaptation here.
Yeah, but went for the Omega Spoon and missed both of them basically. So,
okay, can we actually talk about the fact that the meme spoon is ruining our children's minds and just making them go for a market gun when they should just shoot rockets?
Yeah, it's yeah. Like I was really surprised when Epley told me that he thought the market gun was underrated. Well, I was like, I'm sure. I feel the opposite. I feel like it's overrated as KJ Quad just takes out the lag sniper. kills everyone, hits some nice shots. It's all over though. Time's running out. GG, 7-3 in favor of Garda Panteri winning over Ora Elektro. That was a whirlwind of a game, the DuMmTm.
Yeah, we need JMX in here. When was the last time we had a 10-rounder in Prem? It's been a
Oof,
while.
That's a good question.
It's been a hot minute. What a game. I mean, back and forth action for the vast majority of the time here, and Garda eventually just unlocks it, gets the win convincingly by the end of it, 7-3. Almost score limit even somehow in this high scoring of a game. What a match.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. It was a match that was largely decided by mids, and like the mid fights basically correspond to the score. With I'm just gonna ignore the last mid fight because then it fits perfectly with the Ora Elektro getting three mid fights and 3 rounds, and Garda getting 7 mids and 7 rounds.
This is welcome to the ETF2L try to hold last on this air challenge.
Yeah.
In parentheses, impossible. Because these rounds just were flying by. Average round time like 3 minutes, and most of that comes from the 6-minute rounds in the middle. What a game. Also, to keep riding on this one point here, there was not a single market garden kill this entire game.
Not a single market garden kill. It's like you need to be really good at it or something. I will mention that there was a ton of air shots, and a lot of them were like soldiers just screaming at demos and then getting immediately air fight. Like, yes, 7 air shots from Milky, 5 for Eames. So it's pretty unusual to see demos with that many.
Because yeah, also with the 4 depths as well, I think that's like worth noting as well here. We were talking about it a little during the game, especially for the mid fights in the middle there after they went down 3-1. Garda Panteri just started understanding that they just needed to be a bit more passive for the next few mid fights and just made sure that Otto just does not have any harm done to him on the mid fights, and it was huge every single time.
Yeah, you could really tell that they kind of bundled up like with Otto a whole bunch, especially in mid fights, and then just I feel like there was a lot of fights where whenever Ora Elektro would lose, Trump would get caught out very easily, and like when he was trying to retreat from mids or when he was trying to get out after a fight was over, he would just get chased down by the soldiers almost every single time, whereas Otto had a much bigger propensity for actually surviving and getting out and living to fight another day, and that's really important, and it's probably the deciding factor. It's not the flashy factor, but it's very important.
Damn, Mickey missed a 420 DPM. I'm very disappointed.
Oh yeah, he should have definitely hit like one pipe.
You wouldn't hear the end of it if they got that during the Prem official.
No.
Garda would just talk about it forever. I think that's exactly the thing they would do.
Yeah, Milky was great this game. Like, even just ignoring his stats, which is you can't, but like he was doing so much work and he was just being really clutch. Like whenever a fight was in the balance, he would hit a really nice pipe, and then they would take it from there, and then they would eventually win that fight very often, at least. And like probably most clearly visible when he like just decided to kill 3 people and then his med could cap for him. At the very end there, that was a nice little signifier of how well he was doing. Yeah, Milky, amazing.
Yeah, all right. Well, we had one hell of a game here, and if you like mid into last action, then Granary might not be always the first map to come to mind, but as far as I'm concerned, it is both the slowest and fastest map in the map pool, to be honest. These last pushes can go instantly if you just have a roll on mid, and that's the kind of game we had so far here. Assuming these teams are any good on the mid fights on this map, this might not look much different.
Yeah, like Granary has the mid that can just go the most disastrous, the fastest. Like there are so many blind angles on this mid. Like you can be completely fine. You're 3 players just standing around. There's no one around on the enemy team, and then all of a sudden they just look over the crate. They come around the side, and you're just surrounded, and you're fucked. And then you all die, and then you get rolled into last, and then you immediately die. And last is pretty hard to hold without Uber. I feel like there's no way you can really hide. Like it's just all open. So and the point is pretty far forward. So it's a pretty difficult last point to hold with Uber disadvantage. So yeah, you can very much get completely rolled the entire way.
It hurt so much that the biggest like Death Pit on the mid fight is exactly where you want to leave your choke as well. It's just so easy to bomb that. Like you said, blind angle to just jump over the crate. They barely see you coming, cannot do much about it, and you just land rockets on the landing on them. A lot of other maps have the like common death corner where people get stuck and can't leave anymore. Like in way other places, Gully Wash, it's like somewhere in Big Door, the opposite side of what you want to back off onto normally. Process just now would be next to the forward spawn, I guess, when you just get yourself stuck somewhere between that and the shutter door, which is still so much more generous than here, where you just cannot do much about it if you're not way early to get out.
Yeah, and this is where I will always mention that the stock pipes have the best arc over those crates. I really feel like to mid fights you should run stock pipes, because if they happen to be trying to get out through choke, or they're like regrouping in the choke, waiting for heal, you can just lob some pipes over and they will perfectly air that in head height, and then they just all die.
Okay, that might be true, but how am I supposed to hit a pipe if they're not the size
That's
of
the
a
thing.
watermelon?
You don't need to. You just need to get the spam angle. That's it. And then you can switch off after the mid fight. It's fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal to not have the bigger hitbox for a single mid fight or until you die.
Okay, Beta, but let's be realistic here. If the stock grenade launcher wasn't a stock weapon that everyone has that plays this game, I don't think many of these people would have it as an unlock still in their inventory at this point.
Oh, you think to just delete it? I remember I used to always delete the backstabby. What's the
lot
shield?
of those.
What's the shield?
The Razorback.
Yeah, I used to always delete the Razorback and the Sandman, because it was like, these weapons are trash and I hate them. I don't even want them.
I mean, I can get behind deleting the Razorback as boycott to the sniper class. That sounds fair game to me.
Yeah. I hated that on that. It was just low skill, no fun. Ruins it for the opponents as well. Like
what, Razorback or sniper class?
Yes. Just yes. But all right. So what do you think we can expect on this? Granary can be a good demo man map, but it can also be, like, especially mid, is very notorious for just, I don't know if you've ever seen the Warrior demo guide to Granary mid, where it's like just big arrows everywhere and it just says you're fucked, right? Because that's just kind of how this mid works. Like, if you want to bomb the demo man, you can bomb the demo man. Like, there's basically nothing you can do about it. He can maybe hide in ramp room all mid long if he really wants to, but then he's being useless, so nobody does that.
I mean, it really comes down to knowledge on where things are, right? You have your spam angles. You have, obviously, the ability to shoot on the high ground, and Demo is the one class that loves shooting on the high ground. As well as just shooting over angles, like you said, with the spam angles from the distance as well, to use even with stickies, to just shoot people that can't even see you. So it's not a bad map at all here. The you get destroyed positions just really are universal on this map. That's just how it goes sometimes. If the bombs are good, then they're good, but there's, I think, really still a good amount you can do here on Demoman. It's just about knowing where you have to do it. And other than like shooting Demo and Medic opposite to you, but just on the other side of the midpoint here, it comes a lot down to having other people spot things for you, call things that you wouldn't be able to necessarily see immediately here, and how you want to do them, and obviously sync them as well with other people. So once again, it might circle back a lot to the soldiers here, but it's what you do off of that matters.
Yeah, I feel like Bud and Menki are the stronger soldier combo, and that should favor them, because Granary is a soldier map in a lot of ways. Like, it might not be the one where you have, not like Gollywash, where you can have like a really good KD as soldier, but it is a map where you can do a lot as soldier. Like, you can bomb in, you can, there's several areas that are really good to hold as soldier, and where you can like really bust in and make some good plays onto the enemy medic. For instance, like if you jump in from up top on second, and then you can just jump down into the face of the medic who's standing in shutter door or something. Like, that's a really high percentage play. Or like, if you actually manage to get onto the medic, he has to pop, because you cannot miss him when he's standing inside the little room.
Yeah, you might get another 30 deaths, but you will feel good about it on this map. And for what it's worth, Garda, I think it was Mankey, already had 30 deaths last map, and they were sure as hell feeling good about that one, because it just got the value every single time here on Process. Let's see how it goes on Granary now for map 2. Garda winning last map 7-3, somehow getting to that scoreline here. Let's see how it goes for map 2. He make the cut off the pack already. Begrudgingly just doesn't bother taking it at all. Waits for the medic here. No one's punishing him for the
Oh, they're in the corner. Stock pipe would have been so good, but okay, here comes the big soldier bomb in. Bud's going to try and see if he can get onto Eames immediately. Actually, Mankey's going to join in. They will eventually get him. Bud hasn't even taken that much damage. He's going to go for the medic now, but it's the scout shooting him in the back. Nebo will link back up here with Trump, so now Trump's going to see if he can get out. There's 2 players alive right now, so they could technically go back in onto mid. It's just all about whether or not Nevo can clean up properly. There's just KJ Quad and like, okay, there we go. They get the first one, and then Bud. Oh, he actually managed to catch out the scout in an enclosed area, but barely doesn't get him, and now it should probably be too late here. So a single shot will take him down, and that's going to be that. The cleanup has been made, and now we have potentially a second mid-fight coming in. Probably not, though, since Trump has the Uber.
Yeah, that was actually a beautiful POV to watch for, I think, New York scout lanes there on Never just now, because you can see he really wants the easy kill on the scout, but you know there's a second player around. He was constantly careful to check his corner, see if someone's coming from the other side, and never let his eyes go off choke there while going towards the garage, just to make sure that the Mets will stay alive. Really nice stuff by the set of Ora here to play safe, get the mid-fight over and done with successfully. Like you said, most people can die easily on this mid-fight here, but if Medic lives, that makes a huge difference for the momentum. So as we talked about, this can be a quick one now if they just get the finishing blow done nicely.
Yeah, Otto's pretty close to having Uber, and you know, I mentioned that it was difficult to push last here, but Otto, oh my god, he gets airshot by Chris. He was on 98%, I'm pretty sure. Really clutch here. I was about to say that, like, as difficult as it is to hold last with Uber disadvantage, like, it's pretty easy to kite the enemy Uber and get your Uber yourself. Actually, oh my god, Bud comes in with the Bud Bomb, gets the Uber force after getting the scout kill. Now we have Trum running in here with the scout. They did lose second point. They're gonna see if they can get the Milky. They do. So there's still soldiers behind, so this is a real chaotic fight right now for Ora Elektro, but I think they have stabilized.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot forget about the fact that Swift, I think at the time with Chris, did in fact get the Grand Final. So if new players don't know who Chris is, then you're missing out. So far it's not looking all too badly here. Heavy is on the field, but so far back from point, they just need to clean up everything else quick to get to this Heavy eventually here. But taking a while to die, though, Chris eventually will go down. Couldn't jump back in time. Damage is still coming through, but it's just Eames all alone. No focus fire, not quick enough here at this current point.
Yeah, the Heavy was just a bit too much there. He just never runs out of ammo. I'll bet you he has like 50 ammo left. He was just shooting the entire time. But they're going to see if they can move out here. They have a 10% Uber advantage, which is not much, but hey, if you can get really close to the enemy medic, then it's enough to actually push on him. Like we see Trump, he has backed off quite a bit. He is very much cognizant of the fact that he is in the danger zone right now. And there's a single soldier trying to see if he can get a pop there, but Chris just basically alone among the entire enemy team, and the kills is gonna get murdered. And look at that, and Trump will eventually get forced out here, but much better Uber for him, obviously. And Milky, he's not gonna get out. Oh, he's gonna go out the other way. That was real slick.
Yeah, the Raccoon will do it. Rons finds the kill. They're not quite done here yet. One player behind, and Mickey's still hanging about. At least they get KJ quick, but there's still a Demo Man and a Solly waiting for them. But they're waiting for them on second. They're already on to last. He never gets on point. He's the bomb coming through, trying to get to the cap, but overshoots it by an enemy rocket, I believe. It couldn't land on point, and that's gonna do it.
Yeah, Ora Elektro take the first round once again. And wait, I can't remember if they got the first one.
They did, I believe, yeah.
Actually, no, I think we're wrong. Anyway, a pretty, I want to say, in context of what we saw before, this was a relatively slow round, but I mean...
4 minutes, yeah, that's disgustingly slow.
Super slow. This time around, both demos will receive the demo pack. Eames is much more aggressive, and Milky is taking a lot of damage, so Eames putting on the pressure, being very aggressive, and now so did Ron just jumping into the choke here. You can see everyone has been pushed back, and this is just a very precarious situation. They are getting a lot of kills here, and Trum has been taken down, so like, yeah, just eventually the heals are too much, and Otto just standing in that corner. It works out sometimes. And Nevo is now behind lines.
Can't die on mid if you're not on mid. You know, it's that easy. And it worked well on process. Why not do it here as well? Granted, with how the choke is, sometimes people just get like melted in front of your eyes anyway, but they managed to do so just nicely at the moment here, keep themselves alive, to have a chance to equalize this right away once again. Make this look a lot like last map here. Never goes in for a kill, will not find much for it. Mankey lives on 1 HP, literally as close as it can be, but even the Soda dying here would not be that big a deal, because they have this massive Uber advantage out of this mid-fight here to carry on. A little bit slow on it, but at the very least it should be Yard.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yard for sure. Second, probably. Last, definitely not. Like that's kind of how the Uber advantage would go for this.
No, but they're being pretty slow.
Yeah, they're being probably too slow. They didn't make much of that Uber bad, and You see Nebo, he's even on sniper. He was kind of expecting them to come in a lot earlier. But now the Uber comes in, I think they have the advantage, but they realize immediately that they don't. There's a very quick pop from Trump. So that's going to just enable everyone to run out, and they have actually managed to pick up the point here on Garda Panteri. There is Chris kind of behind lines, but I'm pretty sure Mankey knows about it. Yeah, he's going to fight him. We're going to have a soldier duel. Rudely interrupted by a scout there, but that's good teamwork. And Garda Panteri, they will hold on to the second point.
Well, more so taking it in the first place here. They capped it up with this whole fight at the end of the day. So they have it now. A lot more work needs to be done to actually get around from here. Talked about this map can be quick from last if you have the advantage, but that's not where we're at right now. They need to find an advantage now through this last stalemate. So things, for the first time in 40 minutes, will slow down a little bit in this match, pretty much. Gives everyone here a little breather once again, a bit more of a break than just the one between the maps maybe, but the pressure isn't off just yet. At any moment, obviously, a play could come in. Ora needs to be careful here. They have the lead, and they can't afford to let it go as quickly as they did before.
Yeah, this is I remember when I started casting, I actually prepared like things to talk about whenever there was like the game slowed down. I didn't know what to talk about, but yeah, this would be the first opportunity for me to talk about to use that prep. But yeah, anyway, we have a soldier jumping in there, making. He actually manages to trade with Scruff, which is nice, which means that you can't really. Actually, you can totally send a counter sack. It was the engineer. The sentry gun's still going to be up. So it's fine. You can see Ronzi's trying to go for it. Chris actually going to get Bud, and Ronzi's in. Somehow not going to be able to get this scout. Scouts are hard. Okay, eventually he will get taken down by a body shot. But we actually have a sniper duel now brewing in the rafters, and it's going to be very difficult to cap out. You can see they're trying to just edge it out, but it's super unlikely that they're actually going to be able to get this second point properly.
Yeah, just constant spam, keeping him off the point here. Sniper in the back is nice, but it's not a good side lane. So in fact, Never will swap off, takes a while, and they want to play it safe about it here. We'll give this up for now, and granted, Sniper stalemate on second to mid would be very awkward. Probably one of the most annoying points to have to snipe on this map, for sure. So maybe for the better we don't see that there. If we want to see anything happen at all, he kills this, however, the one gets the upper hand out of it, because stays on sniper, has a chance to snipe it last. Now that one's a lot more friendly for you here, as long as someone holds you the door open.
Yeah, soldiers in, that's kind of a distraction. Actually, never mind, this sniper's not very far forward, so Mankey, he just wants to get those 30 death. Like, you kind of get them somehow, right? And like, I was expecting Kills to be forward, and maybe see if we can get like in a different angle while everyone was focusing on Mankey, but no, he was just hanging back. Chris gonna see if he can get something done. He cannot. He's just gonna get a good old resupply hanging out session. And this is where I'm just like, go banner. Because Granary last, it's a surprisingly good banner point. Like you can just spam up top. There's almost always some place you can do damage up there. So you can just go banner. So I want to see that really badly, but looks like they're deciding just to stay mobile with the gunboats.
Well, for now anyway, but they don't really have much anywhere to go right now either, so maybe banner would be nice just to help actually bust at some point when you will. For now, it's the sniper stalemate coming through, headshots being landed, no one's dying just yet, but weak. But there's just no ability to clean up on that if the guy's already back out again. Nevo against Kills on the rifles here, France against Turkey. The Nations Cup is anything to go by, we know who wins that, but that's not how this goes here, because Kills is the one to find the first opportunity, gets the shot right away. Should hopefully enable another shot for them here to just go deeper and deeper, slowly but surely.
Yeah, he's in pretty deep right now. You can see he's being escorted by 2 other players, and he's in very deep. He's going for the hero shot now. Not quite going to be able to get it. He got in pretty deep without getting shot at, so I don't blame him for going for it.
So now who's also the deep? KJ. Maybe a bit too much so. Overextend, no way back out. They make sure that Ora, they have to kill. Uber still, even in exchange, could waste all the time in the world to get the spawns back on the field here. So maybe not the worst option for Garda. In fact, they're kind of asking for it right now. They're staying around the corner. There's the Ubers while they want the spawns on the field. When this Uber ends, I think they're gonna get that.
Absolutely. So, actually, first people putting down is going to be Mankey, and so will Bud. They were trying to get in from up top. And now it's just going to be the demo man and some scouts trying to hold on to the second point. And goodbye to that scout. Definitely not going to be that. And medic's being popped into the air. Oh, that's not a real air shot, but it's a good medic pick either way. I don't think Chris minds how he got that medic kill. That's really important stuff. Just the fact that he didn't get destroyed by Milky as he jumped in, probably enough to make him happy.
The kill's the kill at the end. And the win is the win, and they desperately need one here if they don't want to go out of this match with no points. On the right track, still holding on to this last hold quite nicely here. All the way to mid it goes now. Very quickly as well, with advantage, mind you, too. So this is far from over here. Ora needs to keep this going here. Trouble getting in, people still around, but takes a huge shot and no arrow, but hits the rocket. So rarely do I see people actually land it in a matter where it actually makes a difference, but this one time, the rocket will save them from fall damage.
There's a rocket that almost, like an air rocket that almost hit him as well. You just barely managed to dodge that one. And look at this, they're just putting pressure on the point. They're in on last already, even before they had the second point capped already. They were in on last. And Ora Elektro just going super quick. Trying to make it 2-0. They kind of lost a lot of players. This is not going their way. So a little bit too fast of a push for their own good here, it looks like. But hey, sometimes you get Otto in those pushes. But Otto kind of proving his worth once again, just staying alive in all these fights. And now he's going to have the big Uber ad.
Once again, it's all that face at practice. Coming out strong. Makes you survive things you really shouldn't. And in this case, I mean, good bombs that certainly helped as well. That was really good damage by DuMmTm to help out the situation tremendously and turn things around quite nicely. Get Yard as well. Advantage still there. It's dwindling away quickly, but they want to take a shot at mid, it seems.
Yeah, you definitely want to go forward. And now that you got runs, like there's going to be a lot less spam, so you can definitely go for something. Mankey's indeed, you know, going for the 30. I think that was a mean spoon, maybe? It's hard to tell because he does no damage with them. But yeah, now all of a sudden it's 3 players down, and you've got the very aggressive soldier here. Yeah, he's alone, but I think he's about to be joined by his buddies as they're just making their way in here. Ora Elektro taking as much space as they can. You know, you really want to push everyone back here on second, like at least maybe force them to use Uber to block it, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And oh, they just popped on the demo man, and Trump couldn't even save him if he wanted to. He was just not there.
Alright, Uber pop, they are 3 down and need some kills desperately. Auto's a great one here, had good survivability so far this match, but not this time around here. I don't think he promised a much better position, but they want everything else down first, and they're right on the money with that decision, because they just got him completely surrounded, nowhere to go for Trump at all, even if they let him go for a second there, cleaning everything else up first. And this is a late med kill with that too. 5 seconds difference is gonna make at least some of the difference here. They're gonna comfortably have the Uber first as long as they have something in spawn with Auto, and they will. So at least they don't have to fear about disadvantage here whatsoever. And at this point in the game here, with them still being 1-0 down this much time later, they take anything they can get.
Yeah, that was just quad cleaning up really nicely there. Very good job by him. I think that was a 4K, like very quick, just bang, bang, bang. And they needed to do damage quickly because they were down in medic. Oh, scouts in very deep. He's kind of in the skybox. He does manage to trade with Chris. So it's all good. But they do end up with a 1 soldier up. And oh, look at this. They're actually going to get Scruff and Chris as well. So this is working out for them really well. And Trump, he does not have an Uber to save him. And now they are in enemy territory. Like, okay, never mind. They have backed out. I thought they were in deeper than they were. They're just barely going to be able to get out of there. And although he's still pushed with Uber ahead. And I'm kind of surprised they didn't go for it. But they're being a bit slow. They're going to send in Bud onto the demo man, and I'm pretty sure there was a nice airship there from Lance, and they just kind of helped kill the soldier really quickly. So they decided not to go for the Uber push, they're just going to go for the force instead.
Well, for as much as this game is still at 1-0, it sure hasn't been much of a slow game so far, as far as Granary goes. A very action-packed 1-0 so far here, with Ora still up at about half-time through the map. Being put to the test, though, they have to hold on to this point desperately right now. Barely got out alive in second, like you mentioned. We were really late to get out of there. Eames really overextended at the end of it too. So Garda is getting closer and closer here. Close isn't going to win you the game, of course. But they're making Ora sweat, of course, and the pressure might just get to them at some point here if they're not careful. For now, they're keeping composure. Mankey does get through the flank. Neither does Bud. Not allowed entrance through Lunchbox at all into last here. Ooh, but they're taking all the damage at Z. They're just idly standing there, and that's easy damage to hit.
Yeah, this Uber could very well turn out quite disastrous, as they've already lost 1 player. Now they're having another scout being chased down. Actually, this is quite chaotic right now. Trump's the only medic alive right now, but Chris, I don't think he's long for this world. Oh my god.
No, Chris just lives in Lunchbox, takes a picnic, no survivors pretty much.
Yeah, Killers can't even get him. He's just taking too much damage. So really clutch coming in there from Chris. He was hiding in a corner with 8 HP. Like, I already called him dead, but no, he just lived and won the fight for his team. Kills is still behind lines. I think they suspect it, but I don't think they know it for sure. Like, oh, they don't know. He's going for the back cap. He's going for the back cap.
And not too far pushed up yet, but there's also very little captain here. Chris is fast to get that though, beats the rocket through the wall there, but they have everyone back in time. It wastes a lot of time here, which on this small advantage probably makes enough of a difference to just cancel any plans on being quick about it at all, but it's at least not losing them around here. So, I mean...
Oh, Kills, he's going to run around. He doesn't even run out. He just runs back in. He just ran out through drop down, and then he just ran back towards drop down. That was pretty funny. I thought he could have gotten out, but he either decided that he couldn't or that he didn't want to.
Turkey has strats beyond our understanding. Unfortunately, not beyond Nevos. Had eyes on the flank here. Ready for the fight, will win the 1v1. And the stalemate once again continuing here. But this time a proper stalemate, uneven Uber, both teams staring each other down. Tough to get something started. Ora might now come down to roots a little bit, play this slow on the lead. After this massive game, including this map even to some extent. Certainly understandably so, try to take this a little bit slow here. The Garda on the other hand, forced to take the issue and quick to do so as well. Bust the flank one more, Kills is barely alive, but they get there at least.
Yeah, they've busted through. They've kind of created an outpost and they don't have a lot of help to work with, but Ora Elektro now are in a very uncomfortable situation where like you can't have Trump back out into the shutter door because then there could be a soldier, and at the same time you know Mankey is just itching to jump in. You know you want to, Mankey. It doesn't matter if you have like a little more than 100 HP. Just go, man. Go, Mankey. You want to. Yeah. He hasn't yet. But I suspect he will.
And there he is. Comes in with the bomb, lands right on the medic, but will not actually get any damage off anymore. Trump stays alive, and the player from behind, but in this case, will not sync up to that. Will not have a chance to get in at the same time here. Cute idea, and the pressure from the two people behind certainly is nice, but just couldn't activate properly enough on Garda Panteri, and this will be costly right now. Wastes a lot of time, of course, but much more importantly, maybe he just gives Ora a chance to take that mid as well. Still have to fear Kills us in the back, but they have eyes on that already.
Yeah, now they're gonna move in here. Kitty Quad, he's trying to put on enough pressure for them to actually pop, and he's doing a lot of damage right now, but not quite enough. But Ora Elektro eventually just decide to go out as we do
That's
have...
a decision more for force. Kills is in the backlane, wins the 1v1 with Chris and starts the back up already
the
here.
Scout back cap. There's 2 scouts against 1, and they do get it in time.
I want to live in the world where both of them miss that.
Yeah, yeah. Just both scouts miss. That would be a real thing.
You get the force out of it, but also so deep as well. Surely you have to use the will, but it's much later, even with 3 down, they might still be able to win this through the later Uber alone here. A lot of captains certainly force people on the point, but damage is great early on at least. First rounds find a kill each. Everyone else isn't even in right now. That just makes you get scruff and a nice pipe at the end of the soldier as well. But even that kill just won't be good enough at the end of all of it here. And they're 3 into last right now. It's an even fight here, but the spawns are going to be here very soon for the side of Ora. So if they aren't in already, they're not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah, this is a good time to decide all, because actually it's a good time for Mank to go in here, see if he can get a medic pick, because any time is a good time to sack if you're Mankey.
Anytime before the gun is up, especially.
Yes, that's actually a good point. It's a nice timing to come in there and just go in. Also, he can't save himself in an Uber, obviously. And I've kind of been favoring this whole going in when you're at like 50% or 75% or whatever. I kind of like that time to go in for a sack, because it seems to me like most people don't like doing it. They wait until they have Ubers and then they decide to go for sacks, whereas you actually have time and there's going to be less defense the faster you go.
Alright, time is escaping him slowly but surely. Ora understands the mission right now. They're on last, they just need to not lose right now, and they eventually get a chance to maybe win even more. At this point the bombs are coming through, but get some damage, but quick shot by Trump gets them out of here. Or can continue to hold just fine. Still peeking for a chance here, but I think after a sack like this you need to understand that there's not much of any hope to get through. Anyone just staring you down on the other side of second, they will not overextend forward. Have a sniper up at least, maybe an easy shot by a mistaken position on auto, give them a chance here, but they're certainly playing it slow at this point. This game has completely shifted now, and Ora tries to take this to their advantage.
Yeah, it's worth noting that there's about 8 minutes left on the timer, and then there's about 9.5 minutes remaining in the map. So if Ora Elektro just stays on last, they can still lose mid and then get rolled all the way to last and lose. So that's a very important timing to hold on, or to keep in mind, because it means that Ora Elektro is actually kind of incentivized to push into second and not just sit on last.
See what the snipers can do. Last time, never lost the sniper fight, but won the scout 1v1 here. A lot of action at Shutter actually, as everyone wants to just keep the door open. No one wants the other team to have that though. 2 down, however, including DuMmTm, and just overextended at the door. Costly one here. They saw the sniper in the corner of the eyes as well. Kills tries to be subtle. Hard to see, but Ron spotted it. Gets in for the kill. Will go for the melee attack. Almost dies for that to the body shot as well. Gets the kill done anyway, and unaware to him. There's one more player left in Lunchbox. Banky will find the kill, but at least they know about it now.
Yeah, that's half the battle, as they say, but yeah, I don't think they can do much about it. Like they definitely don't have the personnel for it, especially when you have an engineer and a sniper. Like you don't have a lot of other classes to really go out and do things actively. So you see Bud, he's looking at it, he's thinking about it. Is he gonna actually do it? Looks like the answer is no, not yet. Kills might go for something again. He takes down the sniper, and now he is in deep again. He's gonna try and see if he can surf in, and he's actually just baited people into him. And this is just an entire team in full force.
And I find the, like you said, the force with this too. We're right on time to stay used immediately to the pressure of the DuMmTm here. Trum dies right away, and they're just getting munched at the door. No one's getting out to spawn, and even if they did, the point is wide open for the taking by now. 2 body shots will do. And there you have it. And the funniest part about this is, Kills might not be even the one to snipe on the Turkish national Highlander team, because he kind of does the best at most classes in Turkey.
Yeah, he got the kill on the sniper, which is fine, right? Like that doesn't make you a good sniper at all, like to get the headshot on the sniper. But then the rest of the team got baited into him, and then they did a really good job of actually cleaning up on those players trying to go for the sniper pick. So it actually meant that he even survived that whole ordeal. So that's really nice by them. So anyway, it's 1-1, 7 minutes remaining here. Ora Elektro sending in some soldiers very aggressively. Ron's actually just going to end up going down for it. Milky will die to Chris though. So now we see everyone just hiding in this corner, but a scout comes in, picks some people off, and it's a very different positioning going on. And it looks like it just eventually going to favor Ora Elektro there with the central positioning.
Alright, well, I mean, it's not a huge win, of course, for Ora, and at this point, now being back in the tight scoreline, they very much want such a big fight once again, like they had on the first one here, but this will have to do. This will have to be it now to get back into the swing of things here from mid forward. At least get all the way to second here pretty quickly to keep the fight going. But it's once again Steven Uber stalemate. Let's see if they have an answer that is maybe not better, but at least faster than anything Garda was able to put out for the second point, because they have not nearly as much time right now to get through into last once again here. This can't take another 20 minutes. This has to be quick, and in fact, they will make it quick. Just pop in right away. Mankey stuck, takes the pack, lives a little while longer. He is still stuck in no man's land. The exchange goes all the way forward for them though, try to save people there. And Milky actually jumps to kill Devil deep onto the combo here, but they're not on the roof just yet. Nice pipe onto Trum. They're getting the kills very quickly here. All good damage onto Aura Scruff. The last one man standing there. Rons comes in late actually, tries to get to the medic and will hit the rocket. The Raccoon sneaks it away, finds a kill on the medic here, saves them from a lot of trouble, but they're still in trouble.
There's definitely nothing that can really be done about the way these points are distributed. Like, I don't expect this this midpoint to go. Like, it's not going to get capped. There's just no way.
Maybe a medic death? No. Trump serves that one away. Mankey lands too early there.
Yeah, the president had his guards ready. They threw their bodies in front of him, so Mankey couldn't get off a second rocket that could actually potentially hit him. So it's a good job there. But yeah, that whole mid cap thing was just a big distraction for a sack. And once again, we see Ora Elektro, they're going to go into the left side, get this yard area very clearly. But they've actually lost a player, and you'd expect them to start going out, but oh my god, they're losing Evo before the Uber comes out. And Otto, like, he doesn't have his Uber or anything, but he is just not in danger either.
A very sketchy decision by Ora to stay there for this long and use so late. They at least got a force out of it, but is that even really good at this point? Good enough to get Trum out at least. Take some time to kill these players there after the force is all said and done. They're back 2 seconds all the way here. Nice kill to butt there early. Maybe they can wrangle this back home with the spawners. In fact, Garda already in back here. See one die and just do not take a chance.
Ora Elektro, they're trying their best to see if they can come in. They have two scouts just kind of taking point and running in very aggressively. Killsis has gone down, and this is an incredibly uncomfortable situation here. If Garda Panteri, Soldier's now going to see if they can jump in. And it looks like Chris is not going to be able to do much, but he does create a bunch of space for his team to just run in on. Sprock's going to be the first person down. That might just be that for this whole push. It's, there's just no way they can really fight here with Auto being down either.
Yeah, they cut it out early. If they stayed any longer, Trump was already on a move to choke. They hoped they would actually stay there and overextend. Didn't have the right read on that one, but in the end they don't get flanked successfully by Mankey either, so no shame here in taking this through the second push once again here. Still have 3.5 minutes, not a ton of time, but anything helps right now. A single kill is a start. They're pressuring with it already. Maybe they can make a better push through far side yard this time around. Killsis will meet them there on the flank, but can't do much about it all alone. Needs the combo to come in and help, and this time they will use a lot sooner here.
Just have come out, and it lasts a lot longer here for Trump, but they didn't really manage to do much with it. Okay.
That is an Iron Bomber moment. That thing just flat in his face, no arc to it at all.
Yeah, let's just take a moment to just admire the absolute hitbox on that thing. It's pretty incredible. But's gonna see if he can come in, see if he can pick up the demo man. Almost dies himself for it, but we are definitely in a stalemate situation. It's 1-1, 2.5 minutes remaining-ish. And so if you get broken by any point now, if you lose your medic, if your medic gets forced, you can absolutely be screwed. So I think both teams are very, very careful. They're very nervous at this point because this is kind of where the whole map is going to get decided in this situation. And
pretty much. I mean, we've seen how much these teams can do with like a small advantage from mid forward, and this is even better than mid forward. They don't have to spend any time capping mid anymore, on Ora at least. So in it goes, taking their chances here. Bomb automatic quickly taken down. Perfect timing for the shot by Bud. Doesn't bother going for the fancy airship, just gets the killing blow on the landing. Does the job quite nicely here, but also wants to be the one going in return. Or is it Mankey? They take their chances here one at a time, but no one's getting close at all. Fished out the sky. Neville takes care of that very quickly. Staying here for a little bit longer. Only 2 minutes left.
Behind. They haven't spotted him.
Ooh, I didn't spot that either, and I have wall hacks.
He can go for the medic. Oh, he actually got to find the demo man. Oh my god,
who?
Just turns around in 2 pipes and just clutch.
Takes Bud to get the kill in the end, but there's a lot of time wasted getting all that here. Demo in the backline gets the flash in time. Scruff might get out alive. Nope, the rocket lands on the back wall here. Z is just too small for that to not deal splash damage. And Ora in a bad spot. KJ goes down. Trade for Chris though. If they would stay alive, this would be good. And the first meat spoon to land will kill the medic. This is, I swear to God, this is just like a negative feedback loop. They think it's good because it works once in like 4 times.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? Like, you always see bad players, whenever they get a pick with sniper or a spy or something, they're just gonna go it again because now they think it's good. Yeah.
Unbelievable. This might be game winning now as well. They have a minute. It's difficult, but it's certainly doable here. It's not the biggest advantage, but it's still there. 30% could be enough here. Ora with their back against the wall.
Yard is completely empty, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't think they really care. They need to go forward either way, and they actually have plenty of time. This is completely fine. They can go in here. Oh, a sneaky trap, that's really important. I think that was in the tires, but yep, you can't stop now. You have about 30 seconds. You need to get this good push in. They're going to Uber in the demo man. Milky, he's going to find the sentry gun, eventually take that one down, but Uber has come out from Trump as well, so now it's going to be a matter of going back out, then coming back in, but no, they just lost too many here. So unless you see a miracle, yeah, this is going to be a golden cap coming up.
Well, Garda still kind of has the last laugh. They were on the losing end in the last minute and brought it back at least to another chance at last. At bare minimum, preventing themselves from having any chance to lose anymore with the last med kill there. And bottom line is they're getting at least 4 points. They have the green number secured already. Might not be the entire bag in their hands already, but it's most of it either way. So no matter what, Ora takes a bit of an L here, but they can make it less of one if they win this last golden cap.
Yep, they can double their points. That's pretty much what's at stake here. You get 3 points for a map win, And obviously, Garda Panteri won the first map, 7-3, I think. And then that means they get 3 points. And now both teams have gotten 1 point for tying. And then they're going to play a golden cap, which is 15 minutes until someone captures last. And then you get 1 more point out of that. If they don't manage to, if time runs out from these 15 minutes, they're going to just play another round. They're going to start over, and then whoever captures mid first gets the point.
Which is important to notice, because obviously I'm enough of a nerd to know that rule, but the actual rules page, one of the two that exist, there's the general rules page on ETF2L, and there is the Season 49 rules page. And the general rules page has the old rulings though.
Oh.
But the correct one is the one on the Season 49 rules page. And you can't imagine the amount of times I get to see people not know that.
Yeah, who knows? It's very rare that we don't see a golden cap resolve itself in 15 minutes. It's
I mean,
very
we've
rare.
been here, I've been there twice this season already, and it's week 2. So, I mean, I don't know. I
mean, never say never.
I had no time limit.
I remember casting a golden cap on Granary that was longer than 30 minutes. So it was longer than the main the main match. So it can happen. Thank God they changed that rule. Like 30 minutes overtime is too much for me.
Shoutouts to Australia, still suffering through that while also having Badlands in the map pool all the time. I don't think this next season, I think they will, but while they had it, they had Badlands.
I will not stand for Badlands slander. Badlands is a great map.
I don't stand for Badlands with slow cap time on last and endless golden cap. All that together? No, please, let's not do that again.
Yeah, Badlands need the fast cap time.
Badlands fast cap, and now without quickies, maybe.
Yeah. Like, if nothing else, you just get the best mid ever, right? Like, basically every mid that has been made since then is like based off of Badlands mid. Like you have the kind of.
Because in my eyes, everything is just processed free at this point. I'm trying to think of what we have.
Like Granary is not a Badlands kind of mid, but like if you just think of like Obscure and like Reckoner, I feel like
but you're thinking about maps no one plays anymore.
Yeah, maybe, but like my whole point is that they have based mids off of that, off of Badlands.
I don't think Obscure has a based mid. I don't think that's true.
What, Obscure?
That's the map you were talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
Like that mid is definitely based on Badlands, right? Because it's just this big, I don't know, platform, and then you can run under it, and then there's some things on it that you can stand on, and then there's probably a bunch of hoodoos as well, right? That's just Badlands mid.
When was the last time Obscure has been played? I'm genuinely curious how relevant of a topic Obscure is right now. Oh yeah, ETF2L Season 12. I'm sure everyone remembers that.
Season 12. I don't know.
Who
wasn't
won
it
that
added
season?
later?
Was it Epsilon
like the
season?
pro version?
Maybe. I can
That
check.
was way worse, by the way.
Shocky was selected as player of the season. So yes, it was Epsilon season. So I don't think Obscure
that was
is
the peak
also
of
relevant.
TF2. I think we can all agree. Yeah. These teams, they are just making sure that they're getting some coffee in their system, maybe peeing out some excess energy, and now we're getting ready for the golden cap. And reminder, if you just win this mid, roll all the way into last, and cap that out, you just get an extra point. That's how brutal this can
That
be.
easy.
It's simple for him.
Just win. That's all you have to do. Ora wasn't able to do it. Lost around last minute and didn't manage to have another last shot in regular time here. Maybe they can make up for it in this golden cap here, prevent themselves from going down 5-1, take this 4-2, and make it a complicated tie. At the very least, not a great start. Trade a soldier for a soldier here. Not quite what you want to see, but it could be far from worse. High bomb coming through, trying to land on enemy high ground here. He gets lots and lots of damage, and the scouts are cleaning up mercilessly here on the side of Garda Panteri, and it's just Eames and Trum left alive and late to get out of here.
Oh, Trum, I don't think he's going to be able to make it out. Oh, if only he had a scout to run with, but he doesn't, so he's just not fast enough. And unfortunately, Trump going down there, that's going to be really big. As now we see people just walking forward. There's going to be some sticky traps, but they know about them. There's no way they're going to fall for these. And they're going to have a golden opportunity to win this golden cap.
All they have to do is just not mess up. That's all that needs to happen. It doesn't even have to be flawless, it just doesn't have to be a huge mistake.
Just don't mess up forehead. But yeah, this is very difficult because there's very few places you can actually hide, and it's very easy to clear the point of stickies. So if you just get in real deep with this Uber, then it can be very difficult to stop. So here comes the Uber in.
Yeah, Uber in once again straight onto Gun, Stick still on point, but Uber makes this pretty much a void point here because KJ has all the time in the world to shoot these stickies as the bombs come in, poke people away from the cap. Last second blocked by Rons and Chris. Scout gets in there too. They're cleaning up a little bit, but it's way too slow to get ahead of numbers here. The heavy in the back could be annoying. Maggie goes down as well. Kills this against the world with a demo in backup. That's pretty good. It's better than Nevo and heavy in the back. Certainly better than Nevo already. Pipe land straight away in the face here. Soldier or heavy in the back will not live for much longer here. The focus fire is good enough for Garda Panteri, and they will take us just about in 5-1 ETF2L points.
Yeah, that was a mercifully short golden cap round as well. Really good stuff. So that's going to be 5 points to 1 favor of Garda Panteri. So no, 3.5 stars actually got 6 points. Okay, I was going to say everyone has been losing points, but that's not true.
So, yeah, we do still have 8 points in Prem. It is complicated though, looking at the tables right now. It's pretty much irrelevant, unfortunately, because Nunya decided to not show up until week 3, which I don't know when the last time
is that something you're allowed to do?
I mean, in Prem you can play whatever, as long as you play in the first 7 weeks of the season, I guess.
That's true.
So I guess they just decided, yeah, we're here eventually. One of these days we can play, and people are excited to see them too. I have heard high praise of them already. How true that is, we'll have to wait and see at this point here. Maybe they can just shake up the tables late. For the moment, Garda gets the win. That's an important one here. The season is heavily contested already, and we'll see how the rest of the week goes. A lot of games still to come for the rest of the week here as well. Looking forward. Tomorrow is free. We can cover 2 on TFTV, 1 and 2 Global Clan against the Frenchies on TFTV 1, and Ora Elektro once again against Vibrams as well here.
Yeah. Alright, okay, we actually have a combined logs. Wonderful. I always fail at making these. I always download some shady program and then it doesn't work after a couple of months. It's a good time. But we actually see Chris top damaging there, so the soldier, we talked about it, it's a good soldier map, and Chris, he was doing work. A lot of damage. Then Eames and Milky both having a really good game, especially Eames. Kind of interesting how the 2 top scores are on the losing team.
Yeah, I think I looked at the scoreboard like at some point, and Mickey was at the bottom on the first half, and it picked up a lot by the end there for Mickey to get the performance, and they needed to turn this back around. I mean, it was stuck in a cycle of just like trading things back and forth for quite a while, but eventually it slowed down, and they needed to break past that, and eventually that came through. So that correlates there quite nicely, actually.
Yeah. Also, just if you look at the overall scores, or what do you want to call it, like the stats for it, you have 90 to 91 kills. You have about 38,000 to 36,000 damage, 14 to 13 charges, 2 mid-fights apiece. Right? It's just very, very close.
The bottom line is, I'm happy that at least both teams get points out of a game this close on both maps, but by the end of the day, Garda Panteri deservedly ran away with it. Take more points out of it at the very least here, and while they might be lamenting only getting 5 out of this for a playoffs race potentially, it's still a win at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely a win, and I have high hopes for Garda. If I was feeling real spicy, I'd say they're going to come second in the season. That's I feel like how good they can be. So do it, Garda.
We'll see. Lots of season left to come here. Nunya, currently the Black Horse, hasn't played yet at all. We won't see them at least until next week, and who knows if they're actually bothering showing up then. With some developments also as well. The Frenchies looking strong as ever, as we expected them to do potentially here, as well as everything else in between. Looking at Vibrams and the Fortos game from yesterday is still open for the taking.
Absolutely. And I don't think we have any interviews coming in. No, we don't. All right. Well,
so I will call it here. More games tomorrow, like I said. Vibrams against all around TFTV 2 and then TFTV 1. We'll have Global Clan for the first time this season, actually slightly new roster against the Frenchies. We've seen have a confident win over the Russians before. Let's see who actually established themselves as the better team for the top race in Premiership that season tomorrow here in these matches. And I think I will just be covering on my own time the last game on my channel. That is The Russians, Gremlins, against Garda as well. With a performance like this on Garda, it's hard to imagine the Russians have a chance, but maybe they can surprise. Last second here, we'll see what they can put out. That's all tomorrow, 21:15 on the channels you're expecting to see TFTV, TFTV2, and we'll see you there.
Good night.